Hi, and welcome to a follow-up video on buying hi-fi or vintage hi-fi car boots. In this video I should tell you a little bit about the National Panasonic SA80L receiver I bought a couple of days ago before I bought these ditters today. National Panasonic, I think Technics do the 100L and goes up. So this is basically right at the bottom of the range, I think. It's plastic top, but the front is metal, and for what I paid for it, I thought I'll see it on the store, and I thought I might as well wander over there and have a look what it is, because I thought it was actually quite late, you know. I thought it's a late 80s, 90s kind of thing. My eyes ain't great, as I was getting near, I thought we'll have a look anyway. But I see it was National Panasonic, and I thought, well, let's see what he wants for it, just for a matter of interest really. It's something I'm probably not going to keep, to be honest with you, but I will do a little sound test on it at some stage. Anyone interested in getting it, I'll get in one, or maybe the next model up may give you some indication of what I think of it. Yeah, I thought I'd get it and maybe just clean it up, make sure it works and everything, and maybe sell it on. And he only wanted £5, so I couldn't even barter him down. I thought I can't barter him down for £5, so well worth that, I think. I mean, on eBay I should imagine, you know, probably go for £25–30, something like that kind of region. Like I say, with these things, the first thing to do is always check the plug. And it's not a great plug, but I did undo it and check the fuse, check the wiring, and as per normal, near enough, both the live and neutral screws were loose. It seems to get loose in these plugs. I don't know if it's electricity running through the wires. I think I've read stories on the internet about that they actually vibrate very slightly and eventually the screws come undone. I don't know how true that is, or maybe it's just wobbling them about or whatever. So it's well worth tightening the screws up and actually making sure that they're in the correct positions as well, and also really changing the fuse to a 3 amp rather than the 13 amp that's in there. But yeah, this one, the plug ain't great, so I'm actually going to change the plug as well before I set it on, so it's a proper plug, a new plug. What I would say about the plug also is just a general tip. As you can see, look, it's even bowed a bit there, so it's not great. Is that obviously these contacts get really dirty, so if you've got a reasonable amp in there, always best to put a brand new plug on it and maybe change that plug every maybe year or something like that, because these do get dirty, and these are the mains connection, so you want a good solid connection there if you know going a bit higher end or whatever. Maybe not so much on this, you won't probably hear the sound difference, but people can hear the sound difference. I mean, I'm probably not one of them, but people reckon they can. It may well worth be doing that. Anyway, like I say, it was £5. I've tried it out. Oh, is there anything else? Yeah, what I would also say before that is not just get these and think, oh, I'll stick them up with speakers and see how it works or not. I wouldn't do that straight away, because you don't know where it's all wired up inside, you don't know who's at it or anything. It could be something laying in there that's going to short out and could have 240 volts going straight to your speakers. I know it's pretty rare, but it could happen. Anything could have happened. So maybe an idea, if you can get the lid off, is to get the lid off and just have a general nose about in there and make sure everything looks alright, that you think looks alright, you know, no damp or burnt out circuits or anything like that. Maybe just something like that you could do. If you can't do that, and I didn't with this one, I took a little bit of a chance. I usually try and take the lid off, because it seems to be quite a few screws. I'm not too sure, I think it pulls out, I'm not too sure this actually comes undone. It seems to be like a pushing case kind of thing. I've got a small pair of Gal speakers. They're no big shakes. The Gal's 10s or 30s or something like that. They cost me, I think, £5 or £10 out of a charity shop. And the reason I bought them was literally just to test everything out when I first buy something, even off of eBay. I never plug in any big speakers. I always plug in a small pair of cheap speakers, or you could just plug the headphones in. You could get a pair of cheap headphones, or well, any headphones really, but a pair of headphones. Try the headphone socket first. If that works, well, you sound, you know, it sounds promising, so your speakers should be all right. But there, with this and pretty much everything else I get me little Gal speakers. They're hiding behind there, and I'll connect them up first. And if I get some sound out of them, I think, oh, that should be all right. Then I'll go on to my bigger. I mean, I've had these a couple of days, but I'll go on to my bigger pair of speakers and go from there to see how. Because obviously the Gal ones, you're not really gonna tell it. You know, they're so small, you can't get hardly any sound out of them really. But they're worth just a test. And I think I paid £5 for them. I'm not 100% certain now, but well worth having just for that, and also on the bench when you're testing stuff out. So yeah, so for £5, like I say, the bulbs, only one bulb works, so the bulbs are gone, a couple of bulbs are gone, so they need replacing. I'm not too sure what they take, so I'll get around to sorting it out at some stage, I suppose. Hopefully I've got some spare ones. I usually buy in packs of 10 or 20, so I've probably got a couple spares. If they're not, I'll just have to order some. It won't be no big money, I don't think. Yeah, so I tried it out, it all seems fine and everything all seems to work as it should, so yeah, not bad for £5. Like I say, it's something that you know, it ain't got a bad sound to it. It's nothing special, I must admit, but it's not bad in my eyes. Like I say, I'm no expert, but it may be something you may think, oh, I'll get like a cheap pair of speakers over the car boot, a cheap, you know, tuner amp or whatever, not tuner, receiver amp, something like that, and a cheap record deck or cheap CD. You know, I think you can quite easily get something, you know, a reasonable sound, nothing spectacular, obviously, but a reasonable sound. And pay rate was 20 or well, not 20, maybe 30 or 40 pound. You know what I mean? That kind of bracket, 40 pounds, say something like that. You know, especially this £5, you could get a pair of speakers. I mean, for £20 or something, it's 30, and you get there's plenty of CD players I've seen over the car boot, 10 and £20, so it won't cost you no fortunes, like, you know what I mean. But you must get over there early. It's no good turning up at 8, 9 o'clock, and you know you think you're there early, 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. That's not early. You've got to be over there half 5, 6 to give yourself a chance. And like I said in the last video, a lot of these dealers now and people like buying and selling on eBay, they're going over there picking these things up, especially something like this for £5. It's like I say, it's nothing, no big deal, but putting it up for 25 or maybe 30 and nicking 20 quid profit out of it, and they don't even open it up, they just turn it on, think, oh, that works, that's all nicely and everything. So I haven't opened up inside and see what it's like, but it could be like a load of gunk in there or anything. It could be nice, but these open back ones, they seem to pick up a load of dust and all seems to seep in there, so it's well worth opening it up and giving it a clean out. But yeah, so if you don't mind going over there early, like I missed an Akai literally by a minute. Literally, the bloke just bought it. It was an Akai. I can't remember what model number it is, but it was an Akai receiver. And I think, no, going by the ones I looked at on eBay, it go for about 130, 150, and that was only £20. So I was a little bit annoyed. He bought a CD player as well off the bloke, and I see him hand over some money, and he didn't seem like a few notes, and he picked up the CD player, and I thought, oh, that's handy. You know, he hasn't seen the other one. Then he picked up the Akai, and I thought, oh, great. So I said to the seller, I said, how much did he pay for the Akai? He said £20. I thought, oh. I mean, there's no guarantee it works, that's for certain, but even so, you may be able to tinker around and get it going, or you could even sell it, you know, pass it back on eBay as, you know, repairs, spares, and you could quite, you know, for something like that, you'd definitely get you £20, but probably 40, £50. So you would have made a little bit of profit, and like I say, that profit you could put towards something that you do want. So yeah, worth bearing in mind if you know, if you don't mind getting up that early, or you're about that early in the morning, maybe to look at car boots, because the bargains are there, like anything else, they are there. It's just getting over there and beating everyone else to it, kind of thing. So anyway, just a quick video on this. I will do the Rotel amplifier at some stage. Like I say, I'm just doing a little repair. I'm waiting for a part to come through on that. Then I'll give that a review. I will give this a review at some stage as well, but I just wanted to bring up the car boot element. Now the car boots are back on. I don't know how long they're going to be on for, but they are on at the moment. I think in America you've got garage sales and things like that, and I know a lot of people go to these, we call them the thrift stores they go to, and that in America, and that there's a few thrift store I follow on the YouTube he goes about. So yeah, and I looked in at the American ones, and their Hi-Fi there seems pretty cheap, some of it in the thrift store, so well worth looking in there. You know, being in America, that you probably know more about, well, you will know more about that than me. We have car boots over in the UK, and like I say, you can pick up a few bits and pieces. Like I say, no big shakes here, but you can get lucky. You could quite easily go over there and pick up a nice receiver, amplifier or something in that kind of a direction, cheap, but someone don't realise what they got. It's been sitting in the loft or whatever. Yeah, and a good price. Even if you buy, you go over there and you buy something that's, I don't know, £100 normally to buy, and you get it for £50, as long as it's working. And if you're going over early and it's on your doorstep, you need, like I did with these speakers, you can say to the bloke, look, if this don't work, I'll bring it back. And if he's over there at 6 o'clock in the morning or 5:30 and he's got a load of gear on his store, he's not going to just sell that one item and disappear. If he says, yeah, fair enough, then you bring it home, quickly try it out, it don't work, then whiz back over there. So as long as you're going to a local one and you're over there that time of the day, you have got a chance. And I'll be wary of any car boots where you're going over there at 10, 11, and you suddenly spot an item he's got up there that hasn't been sold all day, that he's probably just pulled out the boot, that he wants 40 or £50, that's normally worth 150, and he's not hardly anything left on his stall. You buy that, then as soon as you go, as soon as you go, disappear, he goes as well. That you won't see him again. That's happened a few times to a few people I know. They bought something at a good price, saying, "Oh yeah, bring it back," and he's just disappeared because, like I say, he's sold all his gear. He's left that in the boot, and he's just pulled that out at the last minute. Knowing he's going to go any second, get rid of it quick. Someone's got no chance of bringing it back. He's gone. So yeah. Anyway, just something to give you a little think about maybe, and I'll see you all soon in my next video. Thanks for watching.